Hello, now then, welcome back. This is episode 3 of the Ridgeside Folktales hard mode playthrough. We have a couple of comments to, I guess, address, first of all, from a couple of you. This series seems to be very popular somehow, and appreciate everyone for watching. So, one question I think was raised was this pit here, using this for water dumps. We're not quite ready for water dumps as yet, although I did mention it last time. So this would be a weirdly shaped hole for us to put them in. However, on investigation, we would need to do a little bit of blocking because this runs all the way through to here. So we will keep that in mind, but we're just going to need to use probably some levees to block that up, but it would greenify this area once all this scrap's out of the way. The other one, there was talk of some stairs, which I assume are these ones. I hadn't actually seen these, but there are some nice logs here actually, so why not lay that in to get a bit of benefit for the beavers. Lumberjack that, and let's just say that these trees here need to disappear. We have a nice little, I guess, boating area, and these islands here, we've got some trees and we could take, although it might take a while to get through all of those. And the question is how, so probably going to need to start these guys at some point, but they are quite expensive. The other thing was oaks, which I believe was this up here. So this, unless there's some other oaks around here that I've missed, is on the list. Yeah, the Sibicides. So this is on the list to harvest some stuff out eventually, but this is more of a little back out emergency. I've killed all the trees somehow. I need lots of wood because of oaks, etc. area. So that's why these are up here and paused, but they're ready for us to go if we need to. So that's enough of me yapping. Let's start the game and get the beavers rocking and rolling. So Cycle 7, Day 3. We have nothing announced as yet, so anytime now, again being hard mode. We'll see how we're going. Last time, we got the scrap sorted. We are on our way up to try and get as much science as humanly possible to, I guess not rush, but certainly speed along as quickly, assumingly unbeaverly possible, a smelter to allow us to build explosives and all sorts of stuff. Although the benefits of this will allow us also to get some sluices. But as part of that, we need to sort of do something a bit more fancy with the old industry as well. One lumber mill, one gear workshop ain't really going to cut it. Other exciting news, which I've just read before I started this game, is there is a 1.0 experimental. Now, if I can figure out how to make experimental work, I may do another series just using that build, as there are some cool looking new things in there which I think could be quite fancy. So I'm going to play this one here as normal. This series will still be on update 7. We will continue as is, and we will try, if I can figure it out, to get the experimental one working and see where we go with that one, see all the new stuff. The looks of the thing that intrigues me the most is the water that they've put in. It seems that you can get water now, but I don't know whether that means there's a bad tide or they stop working or they start sprouting the goo or not, but we will see when we get to that playthrough. Otherwise, where were we for this? So what's up with you? You're injured. Is it teeth? Probably is teeth. Stop moving. Come back. How are you injured? Okay, so I guess we're probably delaying some of the inevitable with air, but it's going to be a case of getting a medical bed. It's only 80, so we need all the beavers we can, so injuries won't do. We are kind of even with the beds, so what we got, 18, 21 beavers-ish. That should be enough for a colony of this size, at least for now. Kind of slow on the upkeep of the science at this point, though, so not a great deal we can do about that with the jobs we have on. Can we get rid of any jobs anywhere? Okay, so there's our drought. So we do get a full, proper cycle. So we get 9 days. That's quite nice for a change. I know that probably sick of me placing these in, but I do want some more of these. So, they can get working on that after this medical bed who has got Leaphood in. So, with any luck, they can be back working. So yeah, we're kind of stuck waiting for science. We are waiting for potatoes to come in. They're nearly done. Could expand those out a bit, I think. So it's kind of an issue because obviously a bad tide is going to rip through this. So one of the comments did say that they're interested to see how I fix bad tides with this, and I'm not going to lie, it's going to be interesting. Purely for the fact that we've got 2 feeds of water. So there's one this way, which I think I showed last time, which is buried underneath this noise here. Somewhere. So it comes all the way from over here. And the other one, obviously, is these guys here. So, I think, and I keep saying I think a lot, we are going to have to figure out a way to get the beavers up to the top sooner rather than later. Because these are sealed in, we can't do the usual, I'll just build something tall around it and tip it off the back, which would be an option if we had that, but we don't. So, longer term, I think I mentioned last time, we would probably just blast some sides out here and get some sluices in once we get to that point. Which, let me just double check when we can get this. We can afford this now. It's probably worth doing it and make hay while the sun shines. But I also need this, so I am going to say we'll just wait patiently for this. And then we'll buy ourselves this bad boy. Well, say wait patiently. Get rid of the shaming wheel. And just get rid of these. Obviously, no beavers were shamed, as we have no appropriately employed beavers in a certain kind of job. That definitely isn't about designing buildings. So, where were we? Metal is here. We are now perfectly able to afford this. Yes, please. Just in time to run out of power. So, great news. This is useless. But when it is no longer useless, we will be in good shape for getting something done. Now, if I remember rightly, these are the ones that we can have the old metal storage in, so that's fine. And it's probably going to be a case of getting another shaming wheel in for here. So let's just path that in. There's not many logs left in there, but there's some. That was quick. So water, we'll let them pull some more out of there, I think, and then we'll pause these just to keep this area a little bit green. I'd like you to concentrate on planting as well, please. Maybe we'll get the next batch in. So we're quite good for carrots, berries less so, although we don't actually have any of those anymore, so Luckily for, well, we do, we've got a hole there. Luckily for this playthrough, we don't really need berries because we're not playing as the Iron Teeth, so we don't actually have to worry. Other than they're a nice emergency food stuff, of course. But that... Did any survive? There's 2 there. We'd have to plant them, which is a... We could, I suppose. But I'm not sure I want to, so I'm not gonna bother. Let's just pause these guys at this point. Leave one guy running. So with that, let's get a few more guys out and about in here. So that's all planted, so please pull whatever's left out the ground. You've got absolutely nothing to do, so let's pause you and let's get someone making taters. So at some point the power issue is going to need to be addressed somewhere else, so I may move that down here. So we can move all this industry to this, so this basically runs our, well, everything, really. So it's probably going to be... The staircase I took out probably needs to go back in. And a couple of wheels in here, and then move in... that was a bit of a waste of time, but okay. 50 planks, 50... Well, okay, so I've kind of backed myself into a corner here. Well, for now, let's just do that then, and do that. I think that's as good as it's going to get. We'll pause this because we just need the planks, so plank away, my friends. I probably should have looked at that. Kind of a mistake, but yeah, that is a lot of planks. There should be... Yeah, most of it's all in there, so that's fine. We can... Well, they can pick it up somehow. That's paused, that's paused. We are making taters, which is good. They've pulled out anything that they can in there, so just waiting for that to get finished. I say finished, grown. You don't really finish a potato that's in the ground, but anyway. So let's just begin to think about how we deal with this. Unfortunately, we can't put the power connections down that way, but those 4 should, in theory, give us plenty of opportunity. Or power, when it's working anyway. And I think it's just going to be a case of putting these in. Let's have a think. So I can never remember the ratio for these. Please someone tell me what they are if they know them, but I think one of these can feed 2 gears, I believe. But I think plank's going to be more important, so let's just do this and lay this guy down in here. And I kind of want to leave this gap in the front, which I know will annoy me eventually. But the reason is that if we expand the power, we can. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's just lay in a little path for this. Is it ugly? Yes. Will it work? Maybe. But we should be able to squeeze in some of the usual storages down here, so... So, plankify this one, also plankify this one, and I'd like you to, every time, fail, gearify this one, and this will be scrap we need two here, so let's get one of those for the finished goods, and then, no, get that for scrap. Scrap in there, and then that should mean that we can get those built, and then reroute some of the paths, I think, just to make that a little bit simpler for us. I don't particularly want them to build all of this yet. But the planks come up quite nicely, so they can get sunk straight into something in here. They should be able to build those from over here. Wood's not the best, but it'll do, I think. That's it. Let's just get them to build it. Thanks very much. How are we looking? So, I think a couple of beavers have died. How are you unconnected? Oh, because the stairs aren't built. That's correct. I remember now. Stairs are important. So, we are out of juice. These are going to die very quickly. Luckily, the water should come back just in time. Fingers crossed. The carrots will be fine. They've got tons of days left. Let's get beavers back in there for pumping purposes. We'll pause this one because the wheel should be a-turning. We did pretty well with the food through that one, so I think we've kind of cracked that. So hopefully the water can start greenifying this before this dies. With any luck. I think we're safe. Yep, perfect. Alright. Happy days. So, without the beavers can get on with that. They'll get to... That just needs hitting with a hammer, so I'm not sure what they're playing at there. It's probably just going to reach these now. There's no point building just in the bad tide stuff because, again, folktales, we do not have the ability to do anything with these to benefit from having constant flow, unfortunately. Would be nice. But we're kind of stuck, so they're never going to be able to build that because of these. So just take power out. And they should be able to get to all of that. Just put in a temporary path. I think it should work. We have quite a few trees being cut down, so we do need someone in there, and that's going to take them from making science. So, unfortunately for the beavers, we're going to lose a builder and a farmer just to go somewhere else. It looks like the planks are full, so we're kind of stuck with those. Let's just get that going as well then. Scrap's looking good. Can you please just come and finish this? Thanks. And I think we are going to have to get someone up here, so let's just say then. Like a little path through here, and then all of this. Let's deal with the dead ones for now. That should give us a bucket ton of wood. More than I think we'll ever need. So let's just pause this guy and get someone up here. Bit of a check for the poor lad, but be beat. What was we gonna also look at doing? It was, but not yet, another farmhouse somewhere, which probably comes after the bad tide fixes. But my plan, I think, is I'm going to build. I'm going to build a dam, really tall one. Up and around here, I think. It's a lot of wood, though, which is a problem. The alternative, and hear me out, is going to be tunnels. But we need a lot of extra for that, so extract. I mean, the planks we can do. The dynamite we cannot. Not yet, anyway. What's this guy popping out? Not too bad, so we assume that's the same for them all. It's 5, 1, 2, 4. That's, what, 125? Yeah. Should be enough to power all this for quite some time. Yeah, we'll probably need another not shaming wheel down there. But yes, is there a better way? If you've finished planting everything, you can... I'll tell you what. Put us in some berries. Don't think there's any point, but I say they're a decent emergency food stuff. Okay, so these are coming on. 10 are in there. I've not even started that one yet. So this will stop working probably just as that's finished, just to be my luck. I'd like you to concentrate on planting, please. I need some more taters. And I think... So we're at 500 science now. What was the next thing I was going to buy? I had a plan last time and I've forgotten what it was. That's what I get for taking 2 days off. It wasn't any of these. It's certainly not mine. I believe it was this bad boy. We need 600. I may just leave it. That's 2,000. Oh, holy crackers. Okay, fair enough. We won't be getting those anytime soon. Certainly need more than 3 of those, and plenty of spare beavers. Oh, good, you've got nothing to do. It's a nice little area down there. Let's say we come. Since we do have access down here, is it worth then, if we're not going to be sinking all of that right now, but adding a bit of wet fur? I mean, again, it's a drought now, so it's useless, but that'll be quite nice for them, perhaps. It is pathing, I know, but originally there were some stairs here which have long since gone. We could tidy this up, I suppose. There we go. And I guess we'll just sneak some extra taters in. So these are useless, but we are quite good on everything else. So let's get someone. Pause that. Someone in there. Unpause that. I think we're balanced on jobs, which we look to be. Water is very good. We are, in fact, mostly full. So I'll just leave these 3 pumping along. And this guy can top up, not the gears, the planks, all the way. And again, we could put some storage up here. Nothing can grow here, so it's kind of pointless. And I think this is where we're going to make our inroad to the... said at the start of the very first episode, the gimmick of this, the cliffside farms, going to start with the help of tunnels, cutting into this, and then irrigating it, and then, with any luck, being able to constantly grow stuff. Again, need to deal with this area to stop those, but there is quite a few trees here that we can also benefit from at some point as well. So I think this is going to be where our food's going to go. In this corner, once we can get up top, if you like. Yikes, that's a long drought. Should be okay. Once they've got this built, have we got anyone spare we can take out? I guess we don't need to worry too much about that, so let's get you in there, my friend. There's enough goods scattered about to make this worth it for them to do. I am going to up the priority of these just because it'll do quite good for our well-being just to give them some wet fur, because at the minute they dry beavers. That's bad. So, foodstuffs. I'm undecided. We could plant some extra bits and pieces around here. I think we've got... I mean, we don't have the space for a farm. Certainly don't have the beavers for another farm. But let's get 4 builders in. Doers. Just need to get this industrial area sorted out, but we have the logs for this, so I think we're okay. It's 10 more than I need in there. Yeah, and to be fair, I could have speeded it up by placing some temporary storage for building materials, but I didn't. It's kind of pointless now, but because there's 2 more to go. Cool beans. Right, so hopefully this means they can get some wet fur bonus in, so that should see a nice impact to that. They can get around to those when they want. We have a boatload of carrots. Ton of grilled taters, which is good. And carrots are on the up as well, so... I think we're probably in about prime time area to consider some more housing. I would love to do a triple lodge. We do have the science for a triple lodge, but it's then getting to a triple lodge, because these things are entrance on the 2nd story, which is kind of cool, but you need stairs and all sorts of jazz to make them work. If we consider, though... Let me get 1 in the... So we get 2 in, but then nothing here. I think I'm going to upset some beavers, and I know it's the middle of the night. Sorry, folks, but needs must. And that might set us back just a tiny bit on everything that we need to get them to do up here, but the benefit will be that we can use the ladders to get up. So that will come at a cost of these. So let's just for now stop these guys getting too excited. But that should give us 3 spare beds, and then we'll look to take this one out. And I think it's going to be platforms that run pretty much across here, because then we can get 2 layers of storage, which, well, not really 2 layers of storage, but certainly something up here for them. Maybe even another rooftop terrace. We'll see. 8 days left. Water's okay. It's gonna evaporate soon, so let's just calm them on this. Use our reserves. There's 2 going into there. I guess why not? Get someone in here. Couple of spares for now. I guess you can go into there. And we can start to also lay in the power. So not going to be pretty, the power, but we're going to have to do it one by one, unfortunately. But this... Oh, we've got all the gears, not a lot of the scrap, and not all the planks either. We don't really have haulers though, so I can't really do too much about that. Congratulations, you now farmer, if you've got nothing else to do. The homelessness will hit the benefits soon, I think, but we can live with it. They're resilient. These guys know what they're doing. Let's see, the water's about to dry up, so I'm going to have to say goodbye to these, so let's just harvest me everything humanly possible. And I'd like you to concentrate on the potatoes. Obviously tomorrow, because they'll go to bed right now. So 6 of those. They will survive, that's okay. Hopefully they can get more of those ripped out the ground, but we'll see. Come on, planks, let's go. 3 more, please. I think we'll lose a couple of potatoes there, but never mind. We are full on grilled potatoes. That's a great place to be, although I think they're all sat in... I don't actually know where they are. Can we get those? Does that mean we can get them, or are they're proper dead? I think they're proper dead. Never mind, rip the carrots out, it's fine. That'll get done shortly. We don't have the planks for that, but we should do shortly. So I'm just going to up the priority of that so the homelessness goes away. You can be paused. Cool, so this area is now ready to go, which obviously only works when it's a temperate cycle, which isn't going to be for a while. So that's 6 planks. Where are the planks actually going? There should be none. It's going in there, possibly. And goodbye to the carrots. So that's it. We're kind of stuck with what we've got at this point. So let's just do a quick stock take. 250 carrots, 300 taters, over 1,000 water for 12 beavers. I think we're fine. 12? No, 18. Good. So that should be everyone nicely situated in new digs. So that's good. A couple of free spaces, so ideal time for that. Build me up some more of those. We do need to consider how to handle the problem of power without that. It pains me, but it's probably going to be windmills, which I really don't like. With a passion. But I don't know why these guys can't figure out how to make engines. But lay that in. Lay that in. And then just one more to connect them together. And it's got double the fun of that on here, so what we can do now is worry about how we're going to deal with storage. Now, obviously, this would be nice, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. But what have we got down here? We've got planks. Let's get big metal, I think. Probably don't. Putting big planks up here, we probably don't need this, but let's change that to logs to feed it. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Okay. That's metal, so that's okay. Obviously need a path. Thanks very much. Gears. So we need some decent sized storage. Let's just go with that. I think we need to worry too much about anything else in here. We'll just leave that as is. We don't really need you, so I'll just get rid of it. Claim the goods back. Get 2 logs out of it. So we have 1 day remaining. Food is fantastic. Water is also grand. So we are doing good. Scrap's not getting used, so I'm not too concerned. Probably should consider how we get up here at this point. So I think we're going to go with our good friend. Definitely not cheesing it ladders. But I will put a staircase there. So let's do that. That's connected. I didn't make that for cutting. Okay. Well, where is it? Trees. I did. I just can't cut it. So here comes the water. Are we full? I mean, those are. Okay, I guess we haven't got any other storage, fair enough. Cool, so they can get replanting down there. Let's just clear this and be nice and tidy. For reasons. There we go. There's no trees over here either, so goodbye to this. It's that too. Not that I think it makes a difference, but how much juice are we making? 600, nice. So this is now redundant. I'll leave it in, but it should be redundant. I'm hoping. With all of this in place, these guys should be able to get everything needed or sorted for us as soon as possible. Big mistake of wasting time on that. So let's fix that problem now. Do I want to clear up down here? I think I do. So let's just say goodbye to this and this. I know I was going to leave them, but change my mind. Can you go elsewhere? And you? Nothing in there anyway. And a beer as well. It does also mean we are one step closer to getting some of the major goods together to get that sorted. So obviously with this guy, not that we have anyone to go in it, but good, that's empty. Get rid. So what are we missing? We've got... How many baby beavers have we got? So we have... Shitzy? I'm pronouncing these wrongly. But, and your mic. So they should be able to fill the jobs quite nicely for us. In fact, there he is. Your mic's all over it. I am going to just say goodbye to that. What have we got in here? Lots of water. Let's just do a bit of tidy up here. So that I get too excited and start building. You should be able to collect all of that. And I think it's logs, which we're kind of full on. So... what was that? Bad tide, 3 days. Yikes. Okay. Great for power, so that won't be a problem. It will be devastating for the food, so... don't think we're going to get another harvest out of that, which is very disappointing. I think... with the power of this path, that should do. However... I am going to do this. As I think we're about due to, well, struggle is not the word I was going to use, but struggle is going to be the word I'm going to use for it. I'm going to place one of these, want that filling with water. And I do want another pump here. And these are required because I think it's going to be a case of planting Don't know how much we'll get out of it, but I'm also going to place that as well. Like this area to be completely cleared. When that gets built, so... we do need some more storage, don't we? So I guess, for the sake of... anything, just build me that. Cool. So we have one giant tank's worth and then some of water, so they can pump that as much as humanly possible. Feasibly possible. As we're going to need it. And I also want to make sure that... Yes, please. Yep, we are not going to get any further crops out of that, so we've got no more potatoes, but we're not great on those. Carrots are going to need to be pulled out of the ground, so they can work on that. This is now useless to us. So, with that said, this industry will run beautifully during this time. Unfortunately, I mean, these guys will pull out what they can, but it won't be a lot. So, what's the percentage? Some, not a lot. I think they're about done. I mean, luckily it's not it's a 9-day bad tide, so it's not the worst. It's going to kill all those trees for us though, so thanks for that. Contamination is going to seed back those, which is fine. Do we have any contamination up here? No. That's okay. New plan. Build me that too. And pull out of that what you can. I have to allow you to do that over that. Can you reach? You can actually, but never mind. I need someone in here. Please. Bingy. Bingy can sort it for us. I believe in Bingy. Okay, so the plan, as this is relatively untouched by bad water, is going to be build us a little water dump section up here. And that should greenify this area enough so that we can at least get, well, avoid this devastation here. But more importantly, you're not really doing what I want you to do, are you? So Shoslithia, they can come and sort it. I don't need this doing. I need this area clearing. Builders are making quite a nice work of that, so that's okay. Food's going to be, I think, pretty rough. I think we'll be hitting the old berries, that's for sure. Could really do with some haulers, to be fair, but don't have the beavers nor the jobs. But I think it's probably about time to grow the colony just a tiny bit more. So let's just chuck that in. And for now, what am I doing? Here is what I'm doing. Like those in. So we do have the old levees, but I think what we're just going to build is a nice little corner in here. It's not going to be the perfect size, but it will do for what we need. What's that out? So that they can dig some more of these trees out. I'd very much like you to get this one, please. 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 I'll tell you what, you do what you want, yeah? Thanks, cheers. Every time. We can fix this. So let's just say no. Oh, it's not even marked. Well. No to all of this. Yes to this. Thank you. Cool. Right. Get these built. And with the power of the science, we are going to go with this guy. So we have everything we need for this, including I think we'll just take the stairs out, to be fair. It's not really the most ideal planting area, but it will do. Yeah, carrots are looking rough. 3 days left. How long is these going to last? 2. And apparently forever, so that'll be fine. Water's not a problem. We don't need one there, do we? No, we do not. Right. Say goodbye to that. Come and get all this stuff. And where is it? L water dump. Go here. Let's turn this one back on. In fact, no. Let's just build one a little bit closer. What might be an idea, actually, is doing that. Get rid of that. Clear this area out, I think. The only problem with this is we need someone to staff the thing, which it's going to be a bit of a fun one, but it's going to be okay. These guys can't reach nothing. Just need to demolish that tree then. No biggie. And just to make life a little teensy bit easier. Not so much now, but certainly when we get haulers. I'd like to obtain it, please. So, Good. Now, food. No. Farmhouse. Efficient farmhouse. If we were to put you... If we were to put you there, we would be able to make benefit of... Okay, so goodbye to that. That gives us the most area. Kind of a shame we've lost this area down here, but can't really do much about it. We could move the stairs over one, but then we'd lose this area, so... May actually be worth it, so if just did that. Yeah, no others, didn't think so, just whatever. So, crops ahoy. We are going to need, I think, taters. That'll do for now, I think. And I suppose this. So this guy can then reach all of that, so that's that covered. And we've now inherited all of that space, which is what we want. So let's just say, not resources, but this one, let's just get rid of that. And we now have, in theory, 24/7, 365. Taters. You can't, of course you can't reach there. Never mind. You can get everything else. I will also plant some sunflowers because we can. And I'm just going to say goodbye, 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 and goodbye. Although, thinking about it, I will collect that later. Gives us access to this area as well, so, you know, we're working his way up the mountain, so that's fine. Wow, that's a short one. Okay, thanks for that. That's less pleasing. It's not a lot of sunflowers, but it will do for what we have, so take it as a win. Haven't got anyone for that. Water is on the way up. I guess I didn't turn those off. Whoopsie daisy. We are out of luck for food though, so it's going to be a bit tough. And I think I'll end the episode here. It's a nice surprise to see what we get next time. We've got quite a bit done. Obviously we moved industry over here. It's a bit more resilient for power, which is what we want to see because it was kind of stuck before. Water, I think we're safe as we can be for now, and we've obviously fixed a lot of the problems up here for crops. So this is probably going to be something that's going to save our ass, but we're going to need to get people in here. So this is now an important job. And people are, I guess, hungry. Yes. Well, we'll see how that goes for us shortly. But yes, cool. Anyway, we'll see how they survive next time. Not good at all, especially going into another bad tide. So yes, I will leave you guys here. If you have any comments, please chuck them down below. And then I will see you guys at the next episode to see if we're going to have a bit of a death wave coming on, but we'll see. Thanks very much for watching. See you guys next time.